Bam, I'm pretty observant there. Except I just screwed up. Patow, I'm pretty observant.
Yeah, he just now figured that out, so he's very observant.
Because I worked so hard on that catchphrase, and I did research, and a lot of people have almost all the, yeah. Patow.
Tupow?
Patow.
You said Tupow earlier.
I know it is screwed it up.
Spock's mother in Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
Tupow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was Tupow.
Wow, 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 yippee-yo, yippee-yo.
Where my dog's at? Bark with me now.
I heard that song.
All right, get ready to be taken.
But then even huddle houses are still primarily southeastern.
Yeah, they're up in the Carolinas.
Right.
So.
Get ready to do some selfies. Ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, get ready to be on your phone and posing for selfies and everything. And
Oh, I stay posing for selfies, though.
Well, we're fixing to start. It's a timing thing, and then I'm gonna say, "And we're back," and I'm looking at you and I'm say, "Oh, okay."
You keep saying we're back. Now, in editing, it's just going to be a transition, and you go, we're back. Well, where the hell did we go?
That's just the cue that we're starting.
We should say on to the next topic.
Don't touch this.
Don't touch that. You kicked it off just now. I got to read it.
And we're back again and again and again. We're on. Come on. We're on. Hey, Southern View is back in the saddle again. All right, breaking the internet.
How do you do?
That's what Kim
How do you
Kardashian.
break the internet?
It was on the news
You
today.
pose naked, and then you put a champagne glass on your butt, and then you hold the champagne, and then you pop it, and the champagne glass, or the champagne goes onto the glass that's bouncing on your butt, and then you post it on the internet, and you gotta be naked.
Demonstrate.
I can call my friend Kim.
Okay, for real. With everybody at home, everybody's on the internet. It was on the news today that the internet could possibly break down because of so much traffic. Cool. I mean, we could not sequester everybody like we're doing without this media and cell phones and the internet.
Well, now, most people walk around on the internet, on their cell phone, all the time, no matter where they are. So what difference does it make if they're at home or not? See? Right there.
Okay, I did not need you to come for me like that, though.
Okay, schools are doing their homework. I mean, teachers are students. Somebody's doing homework.
Ain't nobody doing homework. It's not required.
Yes, it is.
You got to get your color
you
from the
your
day.
lessons.
Yeah.
You got to do this and do that. Everybody's on the internet, and the stress. The government is worried about the stress it's going to have on the internet, and if we're not careful, we can break the internet. So tell you what, Ralph ain't got nothing on us.
Well, a lot of people are going to be at home making coronials, so they're not going to be on the internet.
Man, that would be awesome. Oh, what
Babies
era?
would be awesome.
What era are you from? Oh, I'm a coronial. Boy, that's something to brag about.
What generation are you?
I hated saying I was a baby boomer.
Okay, boomer.
I'm proud of being a boomer.
Are you?
Okay, boomer.
So people, lay off the internet unless you're watching the Southern View.
Lay off the internet.
While you're watching this, unless you're watching the Southern View. Patow.
Really.
There you go.
Exactly.
Okay. The largest living organism in the world is what?
Coral reefs.
That's what I thought. No. I thought it was coral reefs forever.
Yeah, you told me this one. I still
Did we record this one?
No, you just told it to me, and I went.
Okay. No. The largest living organism is in the red forest trees. Not in them, but under them. It's a fungi growing in Oregon, in the Oregon forest. That spreads. Okay. Well, I was going to do it by memory, but evidently I can't. So, the Great Barrier Reef, I thought, but the Armillaria osoye. No, I'm not pronouncing it right. I'm from Alabama. What do you think? All right, discovered in 1988 is 8.8 kilometers, and estimated to be 2,400 years old in the Oregon forest.
Okay.
So it's the oldest thing.
It's the largest living organism.
Are we sure? Fact check.
Oh, we got a fact checker.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Patal. I almost said boom. Hey, it's the largest living organism, and I was reading on it, and they said it communicates with each other.
The largest living organism in the world, according to mass, is the aspen tree, whose colonies of clones can grow up to 8 kilometers or 5 miles long. The largest such colony is Pando in the Fish Lake National Forest in Utah.
You were close.
Largest.
And it's dying. Thanks, guys.
I guess that's plastic straws and things. that kill
Yeah.
them.
But there's also a list
Cow
of
parts.
the largest organisms. So let's see where yours ranks.
My rank's in the top 10 because
I don't doubt it.
we're talking about go Godzilla.
Wears a mask and monograph.
So the Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest structure composed of living entities.
Well, what search
Patel!
engine are you using? What search engine are you using?
There's several different ones. I refuse to go by Wikipedia because it's absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
But there's several different
Agreed.
ones that are on here.
People compose Wikipedia, so it could be whatever people want it to be.
But it is saying in most of all of these that Pando is the world's largest organism. So, and it's dying, so thanks.
I wonder if Pando is a derivative from Pangea.
It's in Utah, so I doubt it.
Well, Utah was part of Pangea.
It was, wasn't it?
Of course it was.
The whole
way it
world was.
Yeah.
Like, geez. Okay, listen. Check that out. Oregon Forest. I'm right, she's wrong. But I have already made a decision that if anybody's going to read anything and give stats, she's going to do it, and then we'll talk about it. Because she's so much better than I am. And
Yeah, he works off of his notes because he can't read his typing.
bottom line, great fact checker, by the way. This is going to be fun. And the way she read that was so fluent.
I also don't think that was
Yeah, give a millennial a phone, and there you go.
Flashback tune. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, we're high tech here. Hello. Yes, we are high tech. I'm sorry about that. Ah! They want to go on a cruise.
Well, all right.
Well, they're all docked right now.
Don't like begging. Now I'm on bending knees. I got the boogie woogie, baby. I ain't lying. My heart's beating rhythm and it's right on time. Be my guest. You got nothing to lose. You definitely don't want to go on a sea cruise. Ooh-wee.
It was a great performance.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Self-medicating?
Don't go on a sea cruise. Because you pay all that money and there's one person with the corona and you're going to be out there for years.
But what you said, the fungi that you said is actually also in the... But it's a mushroom. It's a fungi.
Yeah,
So technically it's not all together in one where you're saying
but they
it's at.
communicate with each other is what I'm saying.
How do they communicate?
But where they're all at, like in the mass all together.
My answer is simple. I don't know.
I'll second that.
Your notes are incomplete.
No, I don't know, but it says they communicate. But the mushrooms they grow are sweet honey mushrooms, most expensive mushrooms in the world.
They're sweet.
I'm not going to tell you.
Really
If it
gets
ain't
tired.
psilocybin, I'm not
I was
eating
gonna
them.
say.
And that flashback tune was Sea Cruise that you don't want to go on right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know. If I'm gonna get sick, I'd rather get sick in the Caribbean than here.
I hear you.
Yeah, but you'll come back
Ain't no
here
buts.
and
I
be off
said,
the
no, you're
coast.
gonna get quarantined on the cruise ship.
Yeah, no
You're
shit.
gonna get quarantined anywhere you go,
They
Brian.
got-
Would you rather be quarantined in Mobile, Alabama, or somewhere in Costa Rica?
On a luxury cruise liner.
Okay?
With an open bar.
Oh,
No,
Yes.
period.
On the cruise line, when you're quarantined, you have to stay in your cabin.
Yeah, and
Where
they.
you get room service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll bring you
I
your
would
liquor.
rather, and you don't have to fight for toilet paper.
You can make coronials.
They bring it to you.
Man!
I'm
it's
saying.
gonna be. I know what you're saying,
Exactly.
but as
Right.
soon as it's a
I'm
positive reading, you're not gonna be in the Caribbean so long. They're headed back to the States.
Oh no, still on a luxury cruise
All
liner.
yes, exactly.
Right.
Not
And you have
stuck
to
here.
stay in the room and they bring you food and alcohol. Oh my God.
And you
what
get a
life.
doctor's note, so if they ever decide to open work back up, well,
What a
sorry,
life.
they made me stay on the cruise.
After
Yes.
she said that, it's gonna be so interesting when America comes back. Who's gonna make it through? Who's gonna power through this? Who's gonna close their doors for good? Because this is bankruptcy stuff.
I don't know, man.
It's rough.
Although, but for the first time in my in a lot of people's lives, work finally called in to me sick. I'm good with however long they want to stay.
Oh.
First time in your entire life.
In a lot of people's entire lives. Has work ever called in to you sick?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
today.
I'm sorry, but that's just not an occurrence that
Did
happens
today.
once a week. This happens not often at
Yeah,
all.
my job
That's why I
called me
said
sick today.
it's a great time to be alive because this is the historical significance of this, and they're gonna. You can say, yeah, I lived through that coronavirus scare. Hundreds of years from now, they're gonna read about what people write about it. So hey, while you're sequestered in I say sequestered because I can't remember the other damn word. Quarantine. Write a book. Your memoirs. What it's like. Hey, and if it's good, it'll be posted, and everybody will remember it for only about 2.5 million, 200.
All it is the flu. Why you don't write a memoir for the
200
flu?
Because you're stuck at home. You're stuck at home. But
I'm stuck at home all the time.
25 million. Shit, I can't even say it. 2,500 million years from now, it doesn't matter. Because,
They will
The
all
Milky
be
Way is
watching
alive.
the Southern View.
oh, there you go, too. That's right. Make your mark on this world. Because this world is going to be off-world once we start expansion.
This world will still be here.
Where are we going?
No, it
It will
won't.
just. Oh, it won't.
Where's it going?
Yeah.
Eventually, the sun will swallow the world.
I mean, yeah, but that ain't. I mean, I'm not saying when it's gonna happen, but I
But
mean,
the Andromeda and the Milky Way are going to collide.
Yeah, okay, but
200 and no. Shit. How do you say that?
I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead.
The
So I
good
don't,
thing about this is, if you're going to believe in that kind of stuff,
2,500 million years. There you go.
right, then in alternate universes, which we are talking right now, did you know that?
We aren't
wait,
talking
when did
about
we start talking about
alternate
alternate
Yeah,
universes?
exactly.
Well, you're
Okay, Jimmy, you got something?
there's an
What do you gotta say about
only
this?
in an alternate universe is the Andromeda and the Milky Way going to collide.
Do what?
No,
No.
it's science.
Science.
It's going to happen in this universe. And the only universe.
I mean, it's not gonna happen tomorrow unless
Is that one of Albert Einstein's theories?
Probably not. I doubt it was Albert Einstein. He was more with he wasn't very much into the space sort of stuff.
Actually, that's
Yeah,
what he was
space-time
mainly was
continuum.
concerned about.
No, that was Stephen Hawking.
Theory of
wasn't it?
relativity.
No.
No, he was string theory and all
Oh,
that.
then I have them backwards.
He was one of the multiple
I have
universes.
them
and stuff,
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the multiverse?
Of
Man,
Magnus?
man, I can beat the smacks out of that game.
Well, in alternate universes, in the multiverse, did you know that in one of them, we're rich and famous already? Because we started this show a while back and it grew.
Okay,
before it did now.
just one question about that. How can I get to that universe?
We're on that path right now that leads to where it is in another universe.
No, we don't. No, we're not. I do not believe in multiverses. I do not believe in ghosts. I do not believe in ESP unless you put an N at the end of it. I do not believe in anything like that. But I don't disbelieve in it.
You're an agnostic?
I'm just open-minded.
Okay,
Is
so
that an agnostic?
Agnostics don't say it is, or they don't
hold on.
say
You
it
just said
isn't.
you don't believe in it, but then you said you're open-minded. I'm confused.
I don't believe in it, but I don't disbelieve in it. It has to be proven to me. And I'm glad I asked you that because I'm not the only one that stuttered on this show. Patow!
Tapow!
I got to get that timing down pat. You know what he just did? He just got another beer, and he didn't want to see the label because the Southern View is taking off. We are starting a trend. The whole country, next thing you know, it's going to be the Mississippi View, and then the California View, the LA View. Everybody's going to start.
California?
Yeah. And then the LA, and then it's going to go to
LA's
cities.
in California.
I know, but it's going to shrink down how they view things. But the Southern view is going to be the root of it. We're starting the fad. Get your people together. We'll compete against anybody.
Well, the Southern view is the only one that is realistic, intelligent, and to the point.
Patow! Actually had timing on that one. Okay, we have been getting some comments. I've jumped to that. Let me read another comment. This is one from Jenny C. in Minnesota. Why is Jim such a hater?
I wonder the same
He's a
thing.
racist and degrades women.
I wonder the same thing. Why are you such a hater?
Just lucky, I guess.
I don't think that's going to answer the lady's question.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand her question because I don't hate. Explain. What do I hate?
love that answer. Hate is a word that you don't use lightly.
I use it lightly. I hate a lot of things. Myself for one of them.
Why do you hate yourself?
That's more dusty.
They
Get
wrote
deep
a
in
song.
here, man.
Joe Jed wrote a song about it because she loves me.
Well,
I hate
we love you, so we love you enough for yourself.
We do love you.
Oh.
We do love you, and that's why we love that you're here, baby. And you're picking it up. Well, Jim kind of dodged that question.
Why are you a racist, Jim?
I'm not a racist.
Why do you hate women?
I love women.
Okay.
It's degrade women, not hate women.
Why do you degrade women?
How did I degrade a woman? How did I degrade women?
And a racist.
You got to explain.
You
Okay,
sound
I
like a
pointed it out at
meme.
the beginning of the show. You want to see a racist, you let a black man's daughter bring home a white man. A white boy, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
That's going to show racism.
That woman is a liberal because liberals always hate on you for some reason without being specific about what they're talking about. They just say, you're this, you're that, but they don't tell you what they're basing that on.
Right. We want the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
Nothing but the facts.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. And,
In Los Angeles.
Basically, what is racism? Black History Month.
That's not racism.
What about White History Month? Why can't we have one of those?
Because all of history is white.
No, it's
No,
not.
Yeah, it is. As a white woman, it is very white.
I'm gonna tell
History
you,
is quite white.
I've got a lot of black friends, and I went to a black party one time. Well, I don't want to call it. I went to one of their parties one time. There was black people, and they put each other down. Nigga this, nigga that. They just put each other down and then start laughing about it. Everybody else was laughing about it. The one that's getting put down, thinking about how to come back at him. And that's the way they do. And then they act like that.
You ever went to a white party?
Let me tell you, they act like that in their suburbs and stuff, and then they come out to society, the younger people, thinking that that's the way you act. And it's not in society. So they start talking to people like they talk to their friends, and that's where the negativity comes in. And you can't talk to a police officer, nigga, please.
I don't think that's a
And
black.
then they start shooting each other.
Exactly. So I'll tell you what, I want all the white people to walk through the black area. All the black people walk.
Signs saying we will overcome.
Walk through white suburban. Let's see what happens. Let's join together.
I have. I went to a predominantly black school before.
I said join together, and you was
We are
quick on
joined
that.
together.
I'm telling you, I did too. But, people act different ways. And younger generation coming up, not ever going out of their neighborhoods and stuff and in their schools. I mean, that's just the way they act, thinking it's sociably acceptable to call each other.
But that's a younger generation thing. That's
But-
not a race thing.
That I'm getting. Do you see where I'm going?
Sociably.
It's getting racial now when they come out and talk to white people like that, because that's the way they talk to each other.
White people talk to each other.
Nigga,
like
please.
that.
That kind of thing for white people.
No, they don't sit around and put each other down.
Yes, we do.
You put me down?
Well, you're not a younger
Every
generation.
chance she gets, huh?
No, I'm serious. It's not really a race thing. It's just a younger generation thing. If anything, it's the entire younger generation. The older generation are completely race-based because anyone older than the age of 50-ish lived through, when it was a really big deal when everything was segregated. And the younger generation, it doesn't matter if you're black or white or Asian, we all kind of put each other down. That's just how the younger generation does things. It's not a race thing at
That's
all.
a great point. That's
It's
a great
not by
point.
any means
But I
a
went
race
to
because
this
I have a
party.
lot of friends.
I did too. I went to this party,
Ooh,
and
you
they
do?
were going back and forth on each other, putting each other down, and then when somebody laughs, oh, don't you laugh, you do this or this. Really putting each other, and then everybody else is laughing at them and everything. And then they go out to general society and say the same things to other people. And no, it doesn't work. So you have to know when
But
to
that's
tone
only a
it
couple
down.
of people.
No.
I don't think that's the mass selection. That's few people. Because if you think of a generation, it's not like there's just 20 people in an entire generation. That's only a handful of people in an entire generation that actually go out and do that. Because I have a ton of friends, and we all generally hang out exactly how anybody else my age does, but there's not a single person in my friend group, or really anyone that I'm friends on Facebook with, and I'm not friends with everyone that's on my list. No one on my entire 800 friends goes out and does anything like that. It's just a handful of people from the generation that does. And those are obviously the ones get attracted. That media attracts to, because have you ever just saw a completely normal 20-year-old walk down the street and act like a normal person and get put on the news? Why would you record a normal person? You want to record somebody that's going to act up and act like an idiot, duh.
Makes a lot of sense.
I know, I'm so confused right now. She is so right, but few That's why they say Black Lives Matter. Well, wait a minute. You know, you can't spit on a police officer and not expect any repercussions, and then it just blows up from there.
With the Black Lives Matter thing, I think that's a different situation because it's really just one generation ahead of me that were really, put down and looked down upon as far as their race goes. Because, when my dad was growing up, that was kind of a big thing. That was when all the segregation was happening. And then, people that are a little bit older than me and then my age, we're just that next generation. We're the next people. We're the very first generation to really be around after segregation. And even though not everything's segregated anymore, people still look down on other races. Because in all reality, it wasn't that long ago. It was only maybe 50, 60 years.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
And that's why Black Lives Matter, because a lot of the times, people that are older are still looking at younger black people differently than they do white people, and that's an actual fact. Because I've seen it happen a billion times.
I've seen it happen too.
And it sucks.
But it's racist to say Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. To the point, all lives matter. So when you go out in public and when you're approached by an officer, act appropriately. And maybe we can join together and get through this. And what she said made so much sense. That's why I said it confused me.
All lives matter.
All lives matter.
But they're kind of the minority.
I'm telling you, when I was growing up, we were harassed by the police a lot more than the black people were, weren't we, Johnny?
We sure were.
Because we grew our hair long and we were considered freaks. That's what they called us, freaks. I hated that word, freaks and rednecks. When they desegregated Theodore High School and the racial riots went off and the National Guard was called in, hey, I fired up a joint and walked home. Because I'm not going to get into that. I had more black friends than redneck friends.
I just think the minority is always going to be looked down upon, which you should stand up for and say that they matter, because obviously you matter. No one's going to look at you any differently.
Yeah,
They do nowadays.
I think I'm kind of...
Everybody's against, like you said, the white people are looked down on left and right here these days.
Yes.
I've got articles where in college there are colleges where they do a center, and it's supposed to be for all of them, but they don't even let white people go in there anymore.
Okay, but only 50 years ago, only white people were allowed to do practically anything.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with today.
No.
With today, exactly. But that's why it's starting to become such a big thing now, is because things are starting to change. And not a lot of people.
Things have been changing.
Things have turned upside down today.
Yeah, and not a lot of people agree with it.
I was a DJ for 30-something years. First 10 years a little fuzzy, so I'm not sure exactly how long. But there was this big Mexican guy come in. He come in, he asked for a few requests, and then he was a nice guy. He was a real big guy. And he got drunk. And then he come up and he wanted to hear all this Mexican music. Well, we got a room full of people. I said, no, I can't play that. I can't play that. That's not in our program. Oh, he stepped back and he said, you hate Mexicans. You're racist. You hate Mexicans. I was like, what? So I called the manager that happened to be Mexican. Antonio come up and he explained, they talk Spanish. No, I'm not fluent in Spanish. But it threw him by surprise, and we became not friends or anything. But he come in a lot. But every time he caught that buzz, it was to that point to where he was going to get rude, and I'm not going to be stuck in that DJ booth with that big ass Mexican. So every time he came in, Antonio knew he was there and would not allow him to come to the DJ booth.
That's definitely a different situation. But I'm just saying, that's being raised.
Let's go, Jim. Oh, Johnny has something. No, Jim, go. Hey, go ahead.
All right. We have a new segment that I think we should incorporate in every show. There are ads that get put into newspapers, not ads, but articles and stuff where the editor is an idiot. And
Or was stoned.
Right, a long-haired stoner.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put the pictures up as we talk about it, but here's one right here. A man was found dead in a graveyard. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on Reddit. That's funny.
No, that's not where I found it, but it might be there too. Okay, well, how do you explain this? A prisoner serving a 2,000-year sentence could face more time. What? Just put him to death and get it over with. Who's going to take...
Why spend all that money to keep him alive?
For 2,000 years.
Oh no, you know what Alabama's gonna do? They're gonna put him on a work release program.
Yeah.
So he can get away.
Yeah.
All right, you know, they're doing all these medical research things and all coming up with all these new cures. Well, this one, miracle cure kills fifth patient. What?
So,
There's a thread that I have with a lot of stupid
Well,
stuff
wait a
like
minute.
that in it.
we'll start doing homework
It's just
and be a regular here.
it's just on Reddit and Instagram. I have a billion of them saved.
All right, we don't need a billion, but we need this one.
You're not going to believe this. I know this is something that needed to be put on the news because people would never think of it on themselves. Most earthquake damage is caused by shaking. The intensity of the shaking of a building or structure
Oh my
is
God,
where
really?
the damage comes
Jeez,
from.
we are getting so damn
Have you
smart.
ever read the you know how if you're in court and you have the person that has to type like everything that's going on between them?
Stenographer.
Have you ever read any of the stupid ones? Like the really stupid ones?
No.
Where it's like
I've never
ones,
read them,
study
but I was in court and the guy said he got a speeding ticket and he didn't speak English too well because I don't understand. He said, the ticket says I was going 65. I was only going 50, but the speed limit was 40. So he said he's innocent.
That's one way to trick a guy.
Oh my God, I mean, you just admitted to the judge you were speeding and you got a speeding ticket. Okay. I started laughing out loud in court, and she looked over at me with eyes like, shut up.
All right.
Attorney, what is your date of birth? July 18th. What year? Every year. Do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when you laugh.
I can't.
Laugh.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
All right, one more. Barbershop singers, this got, you know, see the picture and everything. Barbershop singers bring joy to school for the deaf. Couldn't they have put that some other way?
Hey, and afterwards they so played a mean pinball. We're going to conclude here. We're going to conclude here and wrap it up.
Now wait a minute. I got something to say, damn it.
You?
Yeah. And I'm really, I've been telling y'all this for years, especially you. This is a government takeover. I told you it was going to happen. The government is encroaching our rights.
Oh my
damn
God.
communist plot.
Johnny! Jesus Christ.
I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's a damn communist plot. They're taking over. You control the food, you control the masses, you create chaos and fear, and you got it.
Cut that scene out. What do you think about the Friends reunion?
I don't have friends.
Is that random?
No, the show, Friends.
Oh, I hate that freaking show.
Well, evidently you don't think highly of it. A reunion.
That 70s show needs a reunion.
We were there. We don't have to watch the show. We lived it.
Yes.
Hey, I'm so excited about the Friends reunion. Jennifer Aniston is so hot. And
She has aged well.
yes, she has.
Yes.
And the other ones I haven't seen recently. But Phoebe, come on, Phoebe. Come back to the United States.
Where's she at?
Who? Okay, Lisa Kudrow. because she said it under her breath.
Where's she at?
She's over there having sex
Probably
with,
hell if she don't change her damn ways.
yeah.
No,
With people that say foot fingers. Because they don't have a word for toes.
They don't have a word for toes.
Right, so they call them foot fingers.
Alrighty
is she
then.
into toe sucking or something?
You know, I didn't really think about it that far. So, I want to thank Lucille
Yeah.
that came in, emergency, and she did great. Hey, Jim, Big Daddy, Johnson, I'm
Right.
Brian Bechtel. You have a good one. We're going to see you on the flip side.
Stay safe.